Hey guys, I'm a little planning session here. Oops, my camera always does that. Maybe I can back up. But what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do my planning session here while answering some questions. Let's put this back up. Okay, so I'm gonna do my little planning session and I wanna make some decorations for my planner. And as you guys come on and have questions, then I will answer your questions. But today I'm on day 5 so far. Oops. Hi guys. I'm doing a little planner session while doing the live today, and I'm a bit early, so the live might run quite long today since I'm doing this at the same time. I'm on day 5 today. Today I'm feeling pretty tired. As you guys can see, I've been in sweats for the past couple days. Every time I get home, I just put my sweats on. And I was having some major heartburn today, so I did the apple cider vinegar and it's gone. I was super low energy today, all day. I took my salt, I took all my supplements, potassium, magnesium, salt. I even took folic acid because that's just unrelated, but I take that anyway. And I took my multivitamin today as well. And still pretty tired today. Day 5, I'm kind of getting over the hump. Hi, Anna. I came early for you because I know you're going to sleep soon, so I thought maybe if I log on half an hour early, then you'd have to stay up all night. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to do like a little plan with me while you guys ask me questions if you have questions about today. Hi, Rodika. And I'm kind of trying to do this thing, right? I'm tracing this. You guys can ask me as many questions as you want and I'll check it as I'm doing this. But I just want to do the planning session while I'm doing the live at the same time. I want to ask you guys, how many of you guys are not on the water fasting forum? Because that's a really good tool if you guys want to go on there. And there's a lot of topics. Hi, Romy. There's a lot of topics on the waterfastingforum.com. If you guys go there, there's definitely all the different questions that you might ask yourself. I forgot what lipstick this is. I think it's Lancome or something. I got it as a gift from someone a couple years ago and I just put it on. Thanks. My day today, Anna, it's been okay. I've been really tired all day. Like I said, I'm not even like making an effort to look good on camera anymore. I've just been living in sweats every night for a couple days. And today my energy is definitely a lot lower. And from previous fasts, I know that around day 6, my energy always tanks. And I took my salt, I took my multivitamin, I took my potassium, magnesium, and everything like that. And for some reason, my energy is still pretty low, so I'm kind of coasting through it and taking it easy today. How was everybody else's day today? Are you guys doing OMAD, water fasting? Let me know. And also let me know if you have any questions. One topic I wanted to talk about today is boredom eating. And when you break your fast because you're bored, or because generally like one of the big pleasures that we have in life and one of the most social activities that we have in life is that we're also, love the videos. Oh, hi Joker Alliance. One of the biggest things that happen when you're fasting is that you end up with so much free time and you realize like, whoa, everything that I do in life, whether it's go grab a coffee with friends or go out for a drink or go for, I don't know, dinner or whatever that is, it's really difficult because everything revolves around food or eating or drinking or snacking or food festivals and things like that. And one of the big things you realize while fasting is, hey, like I can't do all of these things, so now I need to find new things to occupy my time. And a couple things that pop in my mind back and forth is that, oh my God, okay, I can't sit at the table and have dinner, but I still have to prepare the meal for my friend, for my boyfriend. And it's just crazy how much time you have. And sometimes I just want to eat because I'm bored. Like that's the pure only reason that I want to eat is because I'm bored and it gives me something to do. And then I kind of talk myself out of it, obviously, because I'm fasting. But it's a really weird thing that the only reason that most of us eat often is because we're bored. It's just total pure boredom eating. It's total gluttony. Like you don't have to be eating it, so that's why you have to find other hobbies like planning, like I'm doing right now, and other things, which is going to help you. Some people on the waterfastingforum.com also commented today about how their skin is feeling super, super soft on day 5, which is totally true. Like my skin always feels really good. What happens to me when I fast is I feel like my eyes always sink in. I think it's because I get tired and stuff, but my eyes always feel like they're more sunken in and I feel like my dark circles always get emphasized for a little bit and then it gets better. How do you get through sleeping the night? I'm currently 36 hours into my fast, but it's 12 a.m. now. I always take magnesium before I go to bed, so that's one thing. You look great, blah, blah, blah. I missed your comment. What else were you guys asking? Somebody asked me, your upper arms are hurting. 21 days in November was pretty easy when it comes to wanting to eat, but now it's so hard just one day. 100%. Sometimes you're gonna have a fast that's super easy, and then some days it's the same exact fast, but you're just not able to get through it. It's just so much harder. So it really depends. You gotta just kind of keep it up and see how you feel, listen to your body, because not every fast is the same. Just because you've done 21 days before doesn't mean you can do 21 days right away or in a couple months. Like sometimes you really just need to listen to your body. The stress and different things can affect you in different ways. So it really depends every single time that you do that. So keep in mind, like for me, I did my biggest water fast in July, and then after that it got really tricky. I was doing 14 days and stuff, but it's my longest one that I'm aiming for now to beat that record since then, because before that it was really hard for some reason. Yeah, magnesium for sleep, definitely try that. I put all the links in the description box so you can check that out. Also, if you guys haven't checked out the waterfastingforum.com, make sure you go on there, because a lot of these questions that I keep repeating myself on the answers are actually all in waterfastingforum.com, so I highly recommend that. Somebody was asking me a couple minutes ago about how would you choose between intermittent fasting or water fasting when you're starting out, or in general for a plan, because I give you guys that flexible plan sometimes. So for intermittent fasting, what you have to know is that if you've never done a water fast before and you've never even done or attempted intermittent fasting before, I highly recommend starting out with intermittent fasting and not going full swing into a water fast because you don't have experience with it yet. And as you know, I always say fasting is a muscle. So you slowly ease yourself into a water fast. So if you guys are a total beginner and it's the first time that you're attempting any sort of new plan in your life and any sort of fasting protocol and you're new to it, I recommend just starting out with 2 meals a day, skip breakfast, or just do your 2 meals and keep it 2 meals. And then instead of having snacks, just do the full fast. So 2 meals, no snacking. That's how I would start. So you keep it in a window. Let's say the typical 16-8 window. So you're fasting for 16 hours and eating in that period of 8 hours, but you're keeping it down to 2 meals and no snacks. That would be the first step. Second step that I would do is then I would transition to OMAD. Hi, I say my hunger's back. Got through the whole day for it. Didn't happen because, yeah, good job, Farhan. I'm happy. You're good. Second step I would do after you started doing the intermittent fasting is that I would transition to OMAD. So that means 1 meal a day. So at any point you can pick breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I like to pick dinner for my OMADs because that's when the social events usually are. So you can still go out for dinner with your friends and stuff. And it's that 1 meal a day, no snacking throughout the day. If you have coffee in the morning, no sugar, no cream or nothing, because you're still fasting in that period and you eat your 1 meal at night. So stay with that if you guys want to do step 2 for OMAD. Step 3 would be to do OMAD and kind of start having an idea of how many calories you're consuming, just in case you're overeating at every OMAD meal. So one thing that you can do in order to help with the OMAD is to totally cut out carbs and sugar, or at least cut out sugar and start to reduce carbs, because in one sitting it's really hard to eat more than 2,000 or 3,000 calories. No, okay, 3,000 is like ridiculous, so you shouldn't eat that. But it's actually really hard to eat over 1,500 to 2,000 calories in one sitting if you're skipping sugar and processed foods and processed cookies and all those boxed foods that you buy at the store. So very hard to fill up 1,500 to 2,000 calories on like broccoli and steak and I don't know, all these vegetables and cheese and nuts and keto. So it's really hard. I feel like when my meals before starting a fast are less interesting, like very simple foods, sugar, the craving and symptoms. Yeah, I totally agree with what Anna just said. Sometimes when yeah, I completely agree. If you guys saw that comment, go check what she just said out, because I agree what she says. It really depends. Like I would always recommend easing your way into the fast and just have a good meal before you start your fast, so it's more exciting and then you're not feeling like you missed out on anything. Step 4, after you started doing the reduced carbs and you cut sugar, then it's going to be a lot easier to enter into ketosis. So while you're doing OMAD and you're doing no sugar and you're doing low carb, then try to transition into ketosis, because eventually you have to train your body to burn fat as fuel instead of glycogen, which are the carb stores, basically. All the carbs that you've been storing up in your life, they go as fat. So once you burn up that supply, your body goes into ketosis and starts burning fat as as fuel. So that would be my step 4, is to really just transition to keto only and with OMAD. So keto OMAD, that's how I lost most of my weight before I started doing the water fasting and the healing and additional breaking of my plateau with that. That would be my step 4. And then step 5 is that I would just start to ease into some little water fast. So let's say that you're doing OMAD every day, then ease into doing like maybe 36 hours and then 48 hours. And then if you feel good, try for 72 hours and ease into it like that. But don't go cold turkey and try to go for 21 days. What I did is I did a couple 2-day fasts. I did a couple 3-day fasts throughout the year. And then at some point I wanted to just do a 5-day fast to break my plateau. And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, I feel really good after 5 days. And then somehow I got to 21 days. So that was kind of my process on how I got to 21-day fasting and how I got into water fasting. So those 5 steps plus my couple 2 or 3 day fasts, and then boom, 5-day fast that actually turned into 21. If you guys are watching this right now and you guys just logged on, welcome. It's day 5 for most of us. So let me know in the comments like what day you're on and how you're doing, how you're feeling, if you're low energy, if you're high energy. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm doing my planning session, which I completely got distracted because I was looking at the camera, but I'm gonna keep doing it now. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Let's talk about weird dreams, because what I notice is that when you're doing water fasting, every single person I've spoken to so far has had weird dreams about breaking their fast and feeling guilty about it within the first couple days of their water fast, which is super weird and funny that everybody's experiencing the same kind of symptoms. Let me know if you guys had dreams. I had some people in the forum that were telling me that they were having dreams that they broke their fast on foods that they ate as a kid. Like literally they were dreaming that they broke their fast on like cereals and Lucky Charms or a giant hamburger running up to them. Do you do OMAD? Yeah, I always do OMAD when I'm breaking a fast, because I've just OMAD. When I first started OMAD, I never thought it's actually going to be sustainable, but I gave it a shot. And I've been doing it for like, I don't even know how long now. I think it's been over 1.5 to 2 years. And for some reason, like I just can't eat breakfast and lunch anymore. I'm always OMAD just forever. It's just a way of life. And at the beginning, you really think, oh, this is not sustainable. I can't do this forever. But you really can. I don't get hungry at breakfast and lunch. And let's say that I have like a lunch event or I want to go for a lunch with my friends. That's fine. I'll go for a lunch with my friends and I'll just have my meal at lunch and then I'll do the next meal back to OMAD at dinner. Because I prefer dinner OMAD, since that's when I prepare all the food for my boyfriend and I. And we kind of just have a meal together every day and it's nice. We talk about stuff that happened during the day. Today was really cute because I kept telling him how low energy I am and I was feeling like really dizzy because it was one of my sinking points. On day 5 and 6, I usually tank in energy-wise for energy levels. And a couple times he went to the kitchen and like put some salt in a glass and came to bring it to me. Like he knows exactly what's up because he doesn't fast. But he actually, his whole life he's been accidentally fasting because he just doesn't get hungry and he doesn't eat. We're polar opposites. Like I'm a total food addict and he really doesn't like food that much. But he actually like runs to the kitchen when he knows I'm like, honey, I'm feeling dizzy. He runs to the kitchen and I can like hear him like opening the salt and putting the Himalayan salt and like mixing it. And then he brings it to the room and he's like, here you go, honey. So it's really nice to have a supportive partner. I know not everybody gets a supportive partner like that, but really makes me feel good because it's hard on him too, you know, when I have to make the meals and he doesn't get to eat them with me. And it's kind of like our social thing every night. We eat our meal together and it's fun. And definitely sucks to prepare meals while I'm fasting, except in those especially in those first couple days. But later on, I get good at it. And like right now, I've been preparing meals all day and I'm not hungry at all. And he's actually the one that first, because my father had first told me about OMAD and fasting. And I was like, Dad, you're being crazy. Like, why would you tell me not to eat? Do you want me to starve and stuff like that? And my dad was doing research for like 2 or 3 years telling me to do OMAD and keto and stuff like that. And I was like, Dad, you don't know anything. You're supposed to go to the gym like for 2 hours a day and eat 5 meals. You don't know anything. And turns out after finally looking into it a couple years later and kind of rediscovering it on my own, I realized that like the whole time my dad was right. So thank you for trying to push me for 3 years. And I've been like telling him he's wrong for 3 years, but who knows, like he was actually right the whole time. Hi, Darcy. It's day 5 today and it's going well. I'm a little bit low energy and I was attempting to do a plan with me, but now I'm getting distracted because I want to talk to you guys. But that's what happened. So my dad was telling me about OMAD and keto for a really long time. I want to start exercising after my 30-day fast. If I do OMAD as breakfast, will I be able to sustain that? I mean, it really depends. If you want to do OMAD in the morning or evening, it's really up to you. You get to pick whenever you want. I like to time it around my workouts. So I usually eat my dinner in the evenings and I do my workout in the evenings and then I feel good. So it's totally up to you. Like the timing is flexible. You could pick if you want mornings. If it doesn't work, switch to evenings. I'm gonna go back to my story. So after my dad was telling me for a couple years to try OMAD and fasting and me telling him that he's absolutely completely wrong, which he was not, then my boyfriend started looking into fasting because he was reading different things and trying to help me and support me because it was really something that caused, like, it was a huge pain point in my life. And being overweight and feeling uncomfortable about my weight and feeling like I'm in a fat suit really always made me feel depressed. So he was trying to help me out of that sort of depression. Hi, Tara. Yeah, he was trying to help me out of that depression because he knew, like, if everything is correct in my life and everything is going well, the only thing that always like was a big cloud over my head is my weight, and I just felt so upset about it all the time. And so he was really like researching, trying to help me because he's never dealt with anybody with obesity or anything like that, no overweight, because his whole family is like very slim and very healthy and they don't eat that much and they just naturally fast. So it was tricky for him, but he's been trying to learn about it to help me. And that's when he started telling me about fasting again. And then he was talking to my dad, and then they were chatting about how awesome it is and how I haven't been listening. So he finally told me, and I was like, okay, 2 people telling me, and then I started doing my own research. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try. But I remember the first time my boyfriend told me to like fast for 5 days. I was like, do you think I'm fat? Why would you want me to starve for 5 days? You're so mean. But like, he didn't mean any of that. He was just trying to help me and tell me what would work. And I was just at the opposite spectrum that most people are at, where you're like, no, fasting is starvation mode and you're wrong, and fasting's bad. Fasting's gonna make you gain weight. You're gonna gain all the weight after fasting, blah, blah, blah. And these are all myths. Like, I've proven them at this point because I tried it for myself because I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. Worst case scenario, if I gain all the weight back, or worst case scenario, if it doesn't work, then too bad. At least I could say that I tried it. And then I tried it and I never looked back. I was feeling faint and dizzy, so I broke my fast. What can I do? Help me feeling dizzy. You're so strong. How do you do it? Honestly, today I was telling you guys, like at the beginning, for whoever was here at the beginning of the live, I was feeling super dizzy today. You know when you get up and then you kind of black out and then you're like, oh, okay, I can see light again. That's really when you have to start taking your salt. Some days, like day 5 and 6 for me, when my energy tanks and becomes like really low, those days, even the amount of salt that I take, it doesn't really help. But today I took my magnesium, my potassium, my Himalayan salt a couple times. I tried to stay hydrated. I took my multivitamin. I took my apple cider vinegar because I had acid reflux today. I did a 5-day fast in November, which was great. I want to do it again, but I can't maintain the fast. That's funny. Usually us fasters have to convince and prove our parents. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? They're the ones that told me. And I had to research because I'm one of those people that don't like jumping into something unless I have research, because I've tried every diet in the world. Like, I've yo-yoed so many times, guys. It's ridiculous. So one thing that somebody just asked a question about, that you did a 5-day fast, remember that when you do the fast, you are losing a ton of water weight. It's not only fat. So you will typically gain like at least 2 or 3 pounds back. Sometimes you can gain 5 or something, but just really try to learn a lesson from the fast. Don't think about it as only weight loss, because think about it, even if you gain a little bit of weight back, the whole purpose of the fast at the end of the day, the core purpose of the fast, is to help you heal your body, heal your gut, heal your mind, because it helps with depression and ADHD and all those types of things. And another thing that it does is that it really allows you to change your relationship with food, and it helps you decrease your insulin resistance. Diet, I'm stuck and I don't know what to do. Someone told me to try I'm not familiar with the Cambridge diet, so I can't tell you what that is. But what I'm telling you guys, that even if you gain some weight back after your fast, don't worry about it. Because at the core, at least what you did with your fast is that you started to help with that insulin resistance. Because typically doctors are telling you eat less, exercise more, but there's more things behind that, okay? So sometimes you actually have to do the insulin resistance and actually fix the core issue of insulin resistance in order to be able to lose the weight. Because no matter how much you eat less and exercise more, sometimes if you don't fix that core issue of insulin resistance, then your body is not digesting the foods properly and nothing. Yeah, of course. So autophagy is basically the main reason also that you're doing fasting. So what happens is that when you're doing like the autophagy, when you're fasting, even this happens during OMAD. So people who do OMAD, you're still going through the nice benefits of autophagy, but it's when your skin cells, it's when your body's actually eating the old cells and regenerating new cells and recycling the ones that it can recycle. So it's a really good process. That's what actually helps with healing the scar tissue. That's what helps with your skin. That's what helps with anti-aging. It helps with so many different things. So autophagy is very, very important. And yeah, I mean, what happened to me in somebody was asking what my longest fast was. It was 21 days, so I'm trying to beat it this time. But the first thing I noticed when I was doing fasting that first time and like learning more and more about autophagy and stuff is that I used to have a lot of like pimples and stuff. And when I was a teen, I wanted to cover them up with makeup. So I used to squeeze them and I would kind of have a bunch of scars on my cheeks here. And what I noticed with that first 21-day fast is that I really started truly believing in the scar tissue and how it regenerates your scar tissue and helps heal it. Because really it helped with all my, oh, I'm trying to read that comment. Oh, I missed your comment, sorry. But what happened is that it really started to heal my scar tissue and my skin got phenomenally better, and not even just like temporarily better, but like permanently better. So I'm like barely wearing anything right now. I just kind of put a little bit of makeup because I don't really like to wear much makeup. I just don't really like to I'm not that girly. Like I like nail polish and I like lipstick and I like brushing my hair sometimes. But I'm not a huge like makeup person. I used to like the eyeliners and all those things, but it's just like so high maintenance and I don't really go many places. I'm a little bit more introverted. Like you guys are the most social I am. So that's funny. I'm gonna show you my planners just for fun. This was like a December sheet that I made for myself. I basically take the sheet and I put the hole punches in it, and then I like decorate it myself, which is super fun. But and then I have that. So I was kind of tracking every day my water fasting and my OMAD. I like to do these cute little things. I think I showed you guys this before. Your skin is lovely, thank you. That's another page that I had made. So I kind of like put a bunch of boxes of weight that I want to take off, and every pound I check it off. I break my 3-day fast because my finger feels like I'm having a tremor. Looking great, no makeup ever needed. Love planning. I was doing it too when you started your video. That's awesome. See, I'm trying to do a plan with me, but I get kind of distracted because when I want to talk to you guys, I want to look at the camera, but at the same time, I really want to do my planning. Another thing that I did, which is cool, is that I made this sheet, so it's like my no sugar thing. You look more skin in your face and you look beautiful. Oh, thank you. So I did this like no sugar challenge for the year because I did it last year as well, but I wasn't tracking it. I was tracking it using an app, but I like the visual. I'm someone that really likes pens and papers and visuals and writing stuff down. So I've been checking it off every day that I have no sugar, which, oh, skinny. You'll see like my face is the one place where my weight starts to melt off, and anytime I gain a couple pounds, my face swells up first. It never used to be like this, but it will get like much slimmer in a couple pounds. You guys will notice like relatively soon, maybe in a week or two or something. So yeah, I made this and I've been checking it off every day. Obviously when I'm fasting, I'm not having sugar because I'm not eating any food, and it's gonna be cool. I want to do the whole year no sugar again. And one thing that you guys have to realize is that it's hard to stop sugar, because sugar is one of the biggest things that you have an addiction to. And what happens is that when you start eating sugar again, even if you eat a little bit and give yourself a little bit of a chance, you really start to get obsessed with it. And it starts to snowball and get worse and worse and worse. So what you guys can do if you want to try keto but you're scared of quitting sugar, there's so many alternatives out there. Like I made a video about monk fruit before, monk fruit and erythritol sweetener. You can make your own stuff. So instead of going to the store and grabbing packaged goods, just make your own stuff. If you want to make your own like keto cookies, like make yourself the cookies, use the monk fruit sweetener. Or if you want to have a glass of coffee and you want to put your tea in it, or a cup of coffee, then put monk fruit in it because it has 0 calories, doesn't spike insulin, it's diabetic friendly for anyone who's diabetic, and it's just so much better. So it's very sustainable to not eat sugar. I'm not comfortable. Ugh. But yeah. So what I've been trying to do this year is that I've tried, someone asked how much I weigh right now, so I'm trying not to focus on the weight because I've been obsessed with the actual number on the scale for a very long time. And this year my resolution is really to focus on how I look, how I feel, how my clothes feel. So I'm thinking of weighing myself at the end of the fast, and I've already noticed that I've shrinked quite a bit. And November and December were pretty tough. Like, despite doing fast miss and doing a couple challenges, November and December were tough for me because November was really a stressful month at work and stuff like that. And December with the holidays, like I was doing some fast, but then it was just kind of like not so good. Somebody was asking me how to sustain the fast after your fast is done. I'm gonna do a lot of talking about refeed in a bit. Like, I don't know if I should talk about it now because I don't want to trigger anyone to get hungry when I talk about the different types of food that I eat when I break a fast. But if you guys are okay with it, let me know, and then I will talk about refeed in this video. So you kind of let me know, because I don't want to trigger you guys to eat right now if you're not hungry and you're not thinking about food. I don't want you to start thinking about food. How can I stop acid reflux? It comes every time around the same time of day. It doesn't last long, but feels crappy. Yeah. So for acid reflux, I had it today too for the first time during this fast. I'm gonna pull my couch so I can lean on it. But for acid reflux, what you do is you take some apple cider vinegar, and I get the Bragg's one. I made an article about that. If you go on waterfastingforum.com and check the supplements and electrolytes section, I put all the information there. But you take the Bragg's apple cider vinegar, you mix it up because it has that stuff at the bottom. It's called the mother. So you mix it up, put it into a shot glass for maybe half a shot glass, and mix it with half of water, and you can drink it. And that will really help to close your esophageal valve. So it really helps with that. Another thing, yeah, Anna's saying that she's not weighing herself either. Just trust the process, because there's no way that you're not losing weight and healing your body with these fasts. So don't obsess over oh, I lost 1 pound today. Oh, I lost 2 pounds today. Oh, I lost 3 pounds today. Don't care about that, because whatever it is, you know? There's no way that you're not going to lose weight by no eating. Somebody just said they had some crazy dreams about breaking their fast. I was talking about that at the beginning of the live. And it always happens. If you guys watch that video I have on my channel, a couple things to expect in your first 2 or 3 days of fasting, the dreams are one thing. The dreams are crazy. You guys are gonna have some weird dreams that you're breaking your fast, and then you wake up stressed out because you're like, did I break my fast? And then you realize oh, that was a dream. But very vivid dreams of eating, or eating foods that you've craved when you were a kid that you haven't even thought about for years. And somebody was saying there's a big hamburger chasing him, and he was like, no. So those comments are funny if you guys check out that video. Going back to the acid reflux, so just put a little bit, half an ounce of apple cider vinegar, either in half an ounce of water or in a glass of water. Drink it with a straw to protect your teeth, and that will help close your esophageal valve. So what happens there is that it kind of your stomach forces it shut, so then it doesn't come up. And a lot of people do the baking soda thing, but baking soda is temporary, and the acid reflux is actually going to be stopped if you do the apple cider vinegar, because it really fixes the root cause. So that's one thing. If you guys are here streaming with me right now, do a little like if you guys want. I like it when you guys like the video. You guys always forget to like my videos. That makes me happy. And if you guys aren't subscribed yet, then make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, because it really keeps me happy, and then you guys get notified. If you also don't have the notification bell, then click the notification bell too, because then every time I have a live or a new video come out, then you guys will get notified. Or else sometimes, even if you're subscribed, you don't get notified, which is kind of weird. So if you guys want from me, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and then hit the like button for me. And once the video is posted, I don't know if you guys, can you guys see the description right now? Because I put all the Happy Planner stuff, and I put all the supplements and the books that I like this one that I'm still reading. I'm supposed to finish it this week. Oops, not that. This one. I put the link for this. I really like this book a lot. It teaches you a lot about fasting. So yeah, if you can see the description, then you'll know about that. If anyone's curious about my Happy Planner, I put the link for that as well. Ooh, for awful taste, I was talking about awful taste yesterday. So for the awful taste in your mouth, get a tongue scraper. I put the link in the description box as well to the tongue scrapers I like. You just take the tongue scraper, and you literally scrape the stuff off your tongue. And you can use Listerine, you can use toothpaste, just don't eat it, like I was saying yesterday. hopefully nobody's eating toothpaste anyway, so that's a good thing. Yeah, so I put my book that I'm gonna do, like, I'm actually preparing a video right now. So my lives are easier for me to do every day because I work full time, but then I'm gonna start doing those edited videos. So I've been working on editing them, and I've been working on kind of filming and stuff. So I'm gonna start posting non-live videos soon as well. So stay tuned for that. Just editing is such a hard job, and like really putting out good content, but I also don't want to abandon you guys for these daily check-ins because I know that a lot of people say it helped them. So that's why I've been doing them. And let's see what else. Oh, so if you look, for example, oh, I should put, so this is like an example of some spread that I'm doing for my Happy Planner. Do you know about losing weight and scaring into a binge? Oh, I missed your question. Mix the salt with ACV and makes a pickle juice. I just arrived and I'm seeing others comment about it. And what is ACV? ACV is the abbreviation for apple cider vinegar. And somebody just asked me a question about being scared to binge, but I missed the question. So if you can ask again, and then I can answer that question for you. Apple cider vinegar, thank you for doing this. Apple cider vinegar. Now everybody's gonna say, you know, when someone asks a question on Facebook or on the forum and stuff, they go like, what's ACV? And then like 10 different people reply, oh, ACV is apple cider vinegar. And then you're like, okay, but like the other 9 people above just said the same thing, guys. Like, why are you all saying the same thing? I don't know why we do that. We're weird. Humans are weird. It's like, I also want to tell you that it's apple cider vinegar because I also know that it's apple cider vinegar. You know what I'm talking about? Look at these sticker books. I'm obsessed. I've never been obsessed with planners before, but then I found this Happy Planner community, and it just has these crazy stickers. I'll show you how to use it in a sec. Oh, I also have my other planner. Okay, you guys are not gonna believe this. I got 3 planners. Okay, it's ridiculous. This is my like original planner. It was the first one I got until I realized that Happy Planner is actually a total addiction. Okay, and wow, I wish I didn't because it's like a vicious circle. And then I bought this one, which is different than the other ones because, for example, this one has a vertical layout. So you take those sticker boxes and you put them here like I did in the other page. Like this. So that's what you do with the sticker boxes. You take the sticker and you put them in the boxes. So that's the vertical layout. Remember, having some rest, you won't get too stressed. No, it's okay. Honestly, it's just like a little bit of a live, and I'm doing my planning at the same time. So the live videos don't stress me out. It's the other ones that I get stressed out. When you broke your fast, have you ever gotten into binge eating? I never went into binge eating because I was always careful what I eat off the fast, and I always maintained OMAD and keto because it's just been my lifestyle. I made a video at some point about how I got a little bit addicted to like cream cheese because cream cheese is keto, and I kept making like keto cheesecakes, and I would like make it and pretend it's for my boyfriend and give it to him, and then he'd be like, no, I'm not hungry, and then I would like eat the whole thing. So that was a little bit of a terrible moment. That was in October before I went on my vacation, and I was also starting to get really stressed out about that too. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna make more lives instead of making edited videos because these ones are easier for me and I get to talk to you guys. I did 54. Someone said they did 54 days of fasting, but I missed the second part of it. While you guys are thinking up of some juicy questions for me, I'm gonna show you my second planner. So this planner, I actually got it for, this is the other planner I got. This one I haven't written anything in it yet, but it's called a vertical planner. And I bought this one so I could start scheduling the different types of YouTube videos because I have a huge list of YouTube videos that I want to make regarding, like I said, I was going to do the obesity code, and I'm starting a series about obesity, and I want to do videos about the complete guide to fasting and videos about how to quit sugar, how to get into OMAD, eat with me, what I eat in my OMAD, what I eat for keto. Like there's so many different series of videos that I want to make, and it's kind of overwhelming when they're all in my head. So I got this planner so I can actually schedule out the episodes. So I haven't used it yet. I'm pretty excited about it. When I see the scale drop or myself get smaller in the mirror, I get scared and binge eat. Why does this happen? It's like a fear. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes if you're so, okay, I'll tell you what happens, and this happens to many, many people. So you're gonna start seeing the scale drop, and then you feel good, and then you're like, "Ooh, I'm doing so well. Let me reward myself because I'm doing well." And then when you give yourself a food reward for doing well, and then you forget that you actually have a food addiction that you could relapse on. So you're looking in the mirror, you're like, oh, I look good. You know, I can have a couple like slices of this, or I can have a couple treats. I look good. I'm doing a good job. And then you have a little bit, and then you're like, no, I can have a little bit more. I'm doing a good job. You have more, 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 and then you snowball into a full out binge. So you need to be mindful that pretty much everybody who's on here, if we have a lot of weight to lose, probably we all suffer from some sort of food addictions. And most people actually suffer from food addictions. Like, it's just because of the food in our society that these food corporations have, you know, I always talk about this, like scientists, like people at these big company like Kellogg's and Kraft and all those things, they actually have like internal scientists that actually doctor the foods and find like the crunchiest or the best tasting or the perfect balance of salty and crunchy, and they actually make the food scientifically look and taste and smell better to get you addicted, because that's how they sell more. So for example, I hope nobody's gonna get a craving for McDonald's now, but for McDonald's, for example, they actually engineered that smell. The McDonald's smell, they actually engineered it. Okay, so when you smell McDonald's, you immediately get hooked and you're addicted and you want to go get McDonald's. Could you do the videos on how to reduce or totally cut out processed sugar? I will definitely make those videos. I've got about 50 pounds to lose. How long will I need to fast to lose this? Wow. Honestly, like, don't look at it as like a deadline, okay? Because that's gonna stress you out if you have a deadline. Biggest Loser, what they got back from obesity. Exactly. I actually made a video, if you guys go check it out on my channel. It's called Biggest Loser Diet is a Scam. So it's a couple videos back. And I truly, truly, like, the Biggest Loser diet is a complete scam. And it sucks because I tried similar, like, low calorie restrictive dieting and super hardcore workouts at the gym, but then life is not sustainable. Like, who has time to do super crazy HIIT trainings every single day for 3 hours? You know, you're gonna do it for a couple months and then you're gonna fall off the wagon. So fasting allows you to lose weight while focusing on what's important, which is nutrition, or, you know, not nutrition, like not eating. Somebody just asked me a question. I was like mid answering it and I forgot. I said I will do the quitting sugar videos, because that was crazy for me. You guys, a lot of you know that I was super addicted to sugar for a very long time. And I finally kind of pulled myself out of it. And it was the hardest decision to make, because I almost wanted to cry about quitting sugar forever, because I thought it's not sustainable. And I thought I'd rather die than never eat sugar again, you know? My sister and dad are now getting into keto and OMAD and IF. That's awesome. Everybody's starting to get into it. Like, honestly, keto is becoming pretty mainstream, and IF is getting mainstream, and water fasting, people still think it's extreme. When you don't fast, you do keto. I mean, when I fast, we're still in ketosis, so we're all in keto, but when I don't fast, yes, I do keto. When you keep losing weight, restrict. So what happens is that after you fast, when you go straight to OMAD keto for your refeed, okay, guys, once you break your fast, you need to make sure that you're actually staying in ketosis, preferably for a month or two after the fast, because you don't want to break your fast. I always say this, and I don't want to tell you guys what to do. I just want to tell you guys from research what I do and what I recommend and what I do for myself. But I will never be in a place to tell you what to do, because it's your life. You do whatever you want. But highly recommend not breaking your fast on fruits. Because what happens is that when you're in ketosis for so long and your body's like, your insulin levels are kind of managed, what happens is that when you break your fast on a piece of fruit, which a lot of people on the internet do, it shoots your insulin levels up. So you don't want to shoot your insulin levels up after you've been working for such a long time to reduce your insulin resistance. Like, why would you want to mess with that? So I highly, 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 highly recommend not breaking your fast on sugar, not breaking your fast on fruit, maintaining keto for 1 or 2 months after the fast, because you've done the hard part. You literally spent the first couple of days of headaches and withdrawal to get away from sugar. So why would you get addicted to it again? So be careful with that. Another thing is that I always tell you guys, like, start breaking your fast on bone broth. Make a plan. If you just break your fast arbitrarily and say, okay, well, I've been fasting for so long so I can kind of eat whatever I want, then it's going to cause you a lot of problems because you're going to have all these cravings. Yeah, a lot of people say breaking fast with watermelons, but I wouldn't do that because it's going to spike your insulin. You know, you don't want to spike your sugar right away. So what I recommend is that you have to make a plan, because one thing's gonna happen when you start to eat again. You're gonna be like, oh, I haven't eaten this in so long, and this, and I want to try this, and then you make a list of like 400 different things that you've been missing for whatever amount of days you've been fasting, and you forget that you have your whole life to eat those, and you want to eat them in that week. So that's why people binge. So for me, it depends on what length of fast. So what's your name? Yakastu is saying that how long is it gonna take? Like, how many days do you have to refeed? It really depends on how long your fast is. So let's say for a 21-day fast, I would, okay, someone also asking about powder bone broth. I just personally, I'm sure it works and a lot of people take it, but I just like making my own because I just throw some chicken feet in with some, you know, some different ingredients and just boil it. It's super easy to make your own bone broth. You can make it in your crock pot, your Instant Pot, whatever. I can put the link down below if you guys don't have an Instant Pot. But what I do to break my fast is I usually, the first 4 or 5 days are the most important. So first 5 days, absolutely, I would stay with the breaking fast regimen. So first day is bone broth. Okay, if you guys are vegetarian, you could do some other sort of broth, but first day is bone broth. Okay, drink a lot of that. I still try to keep in my OMAD, so do that. Aim for about half the length of the fast for refeed in general. Yeah, exactly. So Anna's saying that. So at least for me, I like to stick with the first day bone broth, green cooked veggies. You can do some raw nuts. You can do some, I wouldn't put butter in the broth for what you guys are saying. No point in putting butter in the bone broth, but because it already has like the natural oils and stuff from the meat and everything like that. So first day you're gonna do, wow, someone's on day 8, so you're ahead of us. First day is bone broth, green veggies, raw nut butter, okay? You can do nuts. You can do some fermented foods, not too many. So you could do some like sauerkraut and some kimchi. Celery juice for breaking a fast, it should be okay. That should be fine. Just be careful because sometimes when people start with the raw vegetables, I don't know, like there's mixed arguments about this and I haven't personally tried it, but they say to start with cooked vegetables so you could digest it better. And then on the second or third day, start eating the raw ones. So that would be my day 1, okay? So bone broth, green cooked veggies, nuts, nut butter, raw nut butter. You could do some olives, you could do some kimchi, you could do some sauerkraut. Make sure you're not like overdoing it on anything. You could do some avocado. I love avocado. Cooked mushrooms, let me get back to you. I'm sure it's fine as well. Avocado is a good one. A lot of people like avocado and drizzle some oil on it. Make sure in the first 3 days that you're not eating too much protein. You have to stay away from protein. Some people go for a long fast and then they break their fast on eggs. There's nothing wrong with eggs. I love meat. But the thing is, after a while, your digestive system kind of like falling asleep for a while, so you have to wake it up slowly. So if you eat if you eat eggs and too much protein right away, you're gonna head straight to the washroom. So it is a good food, but you're gonna be in the washroom and you're gonna get like diarrhea. I don't wanna, it's like TMI, but you really don't wanna do this. And any person that I've told them to stay away from the eggs, and they were like, no, everybody says to eat eggs when I break my fast, so I'm gonna eat eggs. And then they came back to me and they were like, I shouldn't have eaten eggs. You were right. So that's the only reason I'm saying to stay away from eggs, stay away from grains, like you're staying keto for literally, like, please guys, you've already tried to quit your addiction to sugar, like just stay in ketosis for 1 or 2 months. There's a billion different alternatives to making food. You can eat a hamburger without the bun, you can eat tacos in a lettuce wrap, you can eat whatever you want, like you can eat unlimited delicious foods. I would not be able to do this as like a super foodie slash food addict, like, do you think that I would be able to quit sugar forever and stay keto if I wasn't finding delicious foods? Like, you need to make the food delicious in order to be able to enjoy it, while at the same time you don't need the carbs. There's so many alternatives. So please, please, please stay in ketosis. On day 2, when you break your fast, you could slowly start to introduce different things. Like, you can add I don't even remember what my rules are, but the first day you're not gonna eat so many calories. Like, you're gonna eat roughly 500 to 800 calories. Second day, about 800 to 1,000 calories, pretty similar to the day 1. Then on day 3, you could start to slowly reintroduce more like proteins and eggs and stuff like that, but try to stay under 20 grams of protein, or else you're gonna be running to the washroom. On day 4 and 5, you could start to slowly, yeah, I actually, if you check my channel, if you Google on YouTube, if you YouTube it, fast forward bone broth, it's a photo of me holding chicken feet like this, and then I'm like, so if you check that out, I actually have a bone broth recipe, and a lot of the ingredients are like Chinese ingredients and medicinal ingredients, so if you don't find it, that's totally fine. Would coconut oil be good instead of nuts on day 3? Yeah, totally fine. You could do coconut oil. Oil's good, so good idea. What else? When you start reintroducing meats, just be slow. Like, don't go carried away, and just honestly, like, make a plan, because you're gonna get off the fast and you're gonna be, once the taste of food, like once the sensation of food touches your tongue, you're gonna be like, food, you know? So just be careful about that, because you can binge. So stay away from all the processed foods. Like, don't go to the store and buy yourself boxes of carbs and cookies and stuff like that. Can I make smoothies to help at the beginning days of breaking my fast? Vegetables, unsweetened Greek yogurt. Yeah, I'm sure you could try that. They say grass-fed yogurt is fine. Which day would you recommend for fish? For fish, I would recommend like day 4 or 5, kind of similar with the protein. Again, these are all my personal recommendations, and I've done some research, and people like Dr. Fung and also Dr. Pompano, Daniel Pompano talks about these refeed protocols. So these are my recommendations. Again, it's important for you to do your own research and make a plan. Like, that's my biggest thing. Write down on a piece of paper what you are eating for the next 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 days. And even if you see something that wouldn't like ruin your fast, or like something that you can eat, but it's not on your plan, just don't eat it, only for the pure discipline, because you told yourself, this is my list, I'm gonna stick to it. If I want that other item, I'll put it in tomorrow's list, because I don't want to veer off path. Just to train yourself that if you have a plan and you made a plan, do not veer away from it, because once you start veering away from it, then you're gonna be like, ooh, maybe I should have a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a little bit of this, and then you end up binging. So that's how we're gonna stop binging. I'm gonna make a lot of live videos about refeed and stuff too, because I think I haven't covered it enough. I covered refeed, and I made a whole refeed guide that you guys can find on waterfastingforum.com, but you have to be careful. People who gain weight back and binge simply because they're doing it just to lose weight or punish themselves, feeling guilty and obsessed. Exactly. So do it not for the weight loss, okay? Do it for the health benefits. Do it to change your relationship with food. Do it as a way. That's why, you guys, honestly, I always talk about going on waterfastingforum.com. Go on it, make a daily journal, and really focus on writing down your thoughts every day, how you're feeling, the lessons you're learning, how you're learning that there's no true hunger after a couple of days of fasting, and how it's not linear, it gets easier. So write those things down, journal, be like, whoa, today I was hungry, but then I realized it was mentally hungry. It wasn't real hunger. My stomach wasn't hungry, just my mind was hungry and missing food. So write those things down in your journal. Super, super important. Everybody, I highly recommend, if you guys are here, go right now, pause this video, or just like open a new tab and go on waterfastingforum.com. Make yourself a daily food journal. It's super, super important, because every day you can reply to yourself and write day 1, day 2, day 3, put your thoughts, put your stats, put all that type of stuff if you want to write it. It's important. You could post some photos, you could do it anonymously. So definitely, definitely, definitely use that tool. Like, I spent a lot of hours building that forum for you guys and answering a lot of questions and making a lot of topics, and I'm doing this for you guys because I already know what I do with fasting, so I want to share the knowledge and create awareness about fasting for you guys to help as many people as I can. So highly recommend, like, if I'm telling you guys to do something and you're not taking the free tools that I'm giving you, then it makes it hard for me to coach you like this, because you're just not giving the tools or putting any effort into it when I'm giving you all the information. So please, 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 if you have not already, go on waterfastingforum.com, make yourself a daily journal and start logging on there. You can even save the web page to your phone. If you have like an iPhone or Android, you can save it as, it almost looks like an app, like save the page to your home screen. A little tip that helped me not to binge. Interesting. Oh, your comment disappeared too fast, Anna. Sorry. While you guys are thinking of a couple more questions, I want to show you this cool. I showed you guys this already, right? So this is the one that's going to be my YouTube planner. This is going to be my YouTube planner. So I'm going to put all my videos. I'm going to plan them there. I'm going to try to do like 2 or 3, maybe 2 actual like planned and edited videos per week. I know like most YouTubers are using this like amazing lighting and stuff like that. Like unfortunately I don't have that many subscribers, and I wish that you guys can help me by sharing my videos, the ones that you like on my channel that I put a lot of effort into, that are the editing ones. If you guys can help me by sharing that and by sharing the waterfastingforum.com, that really would help me. And honestly, like I'm just trying to help you guys, but at the same time I put a lot of energy into it. So even if you guys go on Patreon and like donate $5 to, you know, support the community, I'm pretty sure you're gonna save that in like 2 days of fasting anyway. Like that really means a lot to me. And just like sharing, liking, commenting on my video really means a lot to me as well. And yeah, exactly. So repeat what you said in the other videos. Food isn't going anywhere. You don't have to rush to eat it. So remember, when you're tempted after the fast, as Anna just said, when you're tempted after the fast to go binging, remember, don't need to eat it right away. Just eat it in a couple months, eat it in a couple weeks. You don't have to eat it right away. So you have your whole life to eat the foods that you love. Just make a schedule. Like if you're craving A, B, C, and D, okay, Monday I'm going to eat A, Tuesday I'm going to eat B, Wednesday I'm going to eat C, D, E, F, G, and write them down day by day and plan it into your schedule. Like don't arbitrarily go and eat stuff just because you're craving things. Like try to resist your cravings. The more you resist your cravings, the more you will learn to say no. And the more you say no, the more you are feeling in control. Are potatoes bad? Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I didn't mean blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to like skim over it. Sorry. Sorry, Mimi. So potatoes, I just stay away from them because they are starchy and they're carby, and I'm keto, so I mean it's not as bad as other things. If you're talking about french fries, and that's not good. But I would just like personally stay away from potatoes. But I mean technically there's like, you know, the complex carbs and things like that, so you should write a book. I actually honestly I started writing a book a while ago and I got so derailed, but I actually have a template on my Word docs, on my Google Docs, where I actually started making a book on fasting about my personal experience with like quitting sugar, keto, food addiction. I wrote it out, but I'm not done writing it. I didn't think anybody would care, so I didn't do it yet. Going back to your question about potatoes, I would stay away from it, so definitely try if you can. Complex carbs, that's what I was saying. So there's some good carbs, bad carbs, sweet potatoes better than others, but just remember, if you can avoid carbs in general, it's going to help you in the long run because you don't really need carbs. And you can do it once in a while. Like, let's say you're being keto 7 days a week. Just have carbs like maybe once a week or something. That's not super keto or anything. So I wouldn't call it keto, but it's low carb. So try to stay keto as much as you can. And sometimes, if you want, you can have carbs, but it doesn't have to be an everyday thing. Somebody, again, they said they had weird dreams about breaking their fast. Like, honestly, it happens to everyone. If you guys go through my channel, you'll see like I made tons of videos about different things, and I made some pretty good videos that are really nicely edited that I worked hard on. So go check those out as well. Can't start to wait to start my water fast tomorrow. I'm ready for this new journey. You got this, Alicia. You got this. I'm gonna show you guys one thing. So this is the 3rd format of the journal. So I bought this one as well for my Happy Planner. And it's just like bullet points. It doesn't even have dates in it. And it's pretty cool. Because I write down... I just kind of write my... Like I've been writing all the dates in it. And then I'll write like water fasting. If I do my weight, I'll do it there. If I do like water exercising, I'll put it there. If I take supplements, I'll put it there. And I have track of everything. I'll show you guys when it's complete because it's not complete yet. And then I was telling you guys about my stickers too. Like I went crazy and bought a bunch of sticker books, but they're like really cool stickers, and you put them in the boxes. So like I'm gonna give you an example. I want to show you guys how cool this is. Do you recommend 20 grams or less of carbs? Yeah, 100%. For keto, 20 grams of carbs or less. Cam's asking where I'm from. So I live in GTA, so I live in Ontario, near Toronto. Like I live a little bit more north now. I used to live downtown for like 4 years, but I moved up a bit more north now. I'm originally Turkish, if that's what you're asking for. So my mother is full Turkish and my dad's half Turkish. And maybe that's why I have a little bit of an accent. Sorry. I was laughing at the blah, 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 so my fasting mood. I'm going to show you something cool. If I put the wrong sticker, because you guys are like stressing me out to pick a good sticker, you guys are gonna eat it. I really don't like making mistakes in my planner. You're from South Africa. Hi. That's awesome. You know, when I was 14, they told me to go on exchange to South Africa, except my parents were kind of scared to let me go, so I didn't end up going. But I wish I went. It would have been really cool. I was chosen from my school to go on like a 3-month exchange to South Africa, so I wish I went. Okay, I'm gonna show you. This is one of my little stickers in the sticker book. So you take it. Oh, can you see this? And you put it. Oh, I'm stressed, guys. I don't know where to put it. Maybe I'll put a checkbox right here. I'm so stressed. Okay, so then you put a checkbox and then you could check the different things. So that's an example, because I'm supposed to be doing the plan with me and I'm not even doing it. Because you guys are distracting me with all your awesome questions. I kind of stuck that on wonky, so I'm going to cry later after I close this video, by the way. But, like, example. Also, did you know? There's this cool thing called Washi Tape, which I was never aware of. Which was like, oh, I'm dropping them all. Did you know? I never knew what this stuff was. I kept seeing it everywhere. I was like, why would anybody buy colorful tape? It's stupid. But they're like colorful tape. I know, if I do something wrong in my planner, I want to buy a new one too. But then I discovered washi tape. So what happens with washi tape is purely for decoration and apparently to cover up mistakes. So, yes. I'm just like filming it live and I didn't tell. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm live. I'm trying to see if I have anything confidential in here so I can show you guys my plan. Okay, I'm gonna hide one thing because you guys don't need to know everything. Yeah, I'm on the floor in front of my couch because I was planning on I bought this new table. Okay, I'm gonna put these things because okay, if there's anything else confidential, you guys know all my secrets now. But that's what the planner looks like when you actually fill it up. So it looks super cool. I like it. It's really nice and sparkly. And then there I'm gonna put like if I'm water fasting, which I will be, then I'm gonna put a workout if I have any, and then I'll put my supplements or my reading and my other stuff. Then, I love these planners, guys. Oh, my legs are getting tired though. Okay, what else? Are you guys enjoying me like watching, doing nothing? Oh, how do you deal with the cold feeling? Okay, so some good news for you is that being cold is good because it means your body is taking the blood flow and pushing it towards your fat stores so you can push your fat stores towards your muscle in order to burn the fat as fuel. So the muscles can use it as fuel. So that's why you're getting cold. So if you're feeling cold, your body is a fat burning machine and you're doing a great job. So the only thing I can say is if you have some heat, turn it up and bundle up because you're going to be cold for the next, I don't know how many days you're fasting. I'm kind of like crouching to be fitting in the table. I mean, in the camera. Look at this cool part. Is this boring for you guys? Is this a boring live? I just keep like rambling about random stuff. So here, is like water fasting, and I've been checking it off every day. Cold is due to the lack of energy. Yeah. Exactamundo. Have you lost a lot of weight? Again, I was telling everybody I'm not weighing myself, but I could tell from my mirror, and I could tell from my clothing that I've lost a lot. And my stomach is like, my stomach and my cheeks are the first thing to shrink. My legs are my problem area. I'm always gonna be like a hourglass / pear shape, so my legs are where the weight goes away the last. Oh, I'm so lazy in my hoodie today, just chilling. I'm really freezing. Yeah, you're gonna freeze for a while. And also, I noticed like it's winter here in Canada, so it's snowy outside. And the more you actually do that. Okay, one second. Are we done? Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna go, guys, because I have to drive someone back to their home. But yeah, you're gonna notice that the more you actually do the fasting and the more weight you lose, the colder you get outside. It's like you have less insulin protecting you from the cold. So that's something. And I'll see you guys next time because I gotta drive somebody home. And she's kind of waiting around because she didn't want to interrupt my live, but I'm a jerk and I forgot because I don't know what time it is. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. And yeah, this was my longest live. It was like an hour and I didn't even do any planning, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll check in same time tomorrow evening at 6:30 p.m. like around this time, like between 6 and 7 usually, or 6:30 to 7, like around this time. Just keep your notifications on, hit that notification bell, and I will message you after. Okay, if you guys have any questions, just post it in the comments. Yeah, I'm gonna be here every day, so I'll be back tomorrow. And just post it in the comments and ask me a question. And please, guys, go on waterfastingforum.com and go make yourself an account. It's totally free, and there's a lot of tools in there. Oh, you can see my dog's little paws. And also, make sure you share my videos. Hit like, subscribe, comment, and go share my videos. It means a lot to me. Oh, this is my doggy. This is my doggy. Okay. Bye, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, also, in the description box, I put all the links for everything that you need to know if you want the books or the stickers or different videos that I made and stuff like that. So check that out. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.